Unfortunately, I tend to make every dang video 50,000 hours. So let me throw this down real quick. I got your moral high ground right here. Now, I want every American registered to vote to sit down, because I'm about ready to make you have a nervous condition. Every American, regardless of your political persuasion, I want every registered voter in America to get off your butt in November and vote. And I want you to vote for Hillary Clinton or Bernie Sanders. The most conservative Republican. I want you to stop in your tracks and unilaterally vote for Bernie Sanders or whomever the Democratic nominee is, and shock every politician in Washington. Now, hear me out. Why? Why? Because, see, I don't want 75% of Americans living paycheck to paycheck anymore. I don't want to hear we don't have money to provide every American with at least a 4-year college education. I don't want to hear that the Affordable Health Care Act is not a good law. It is a good law. It is not a great one. Let's improve it. Now, I don't want to hear, well, we don't have money to do all these socialistic style ideas, Albert. You sound like a communist. I don't want to hear that. No, I sound like a child of God who believes in Jesus Christ, who believes everybody has a right, has an absolute right to having their needs met. So, you call yourself an American. You call yourself a patriot. But if you call yourself those words, live them. What would happen if we get Bernie Sanders or Hillary Clinton as president? Well, we need to get rid of every moderate Democrat. Every conservative Democrat in Washington, D.C. needs to go. Everyone. Every conservative Republican needs to go. So that we only have liberal Democrats and moderate Democrats, liberal Republicans and moderate Republicans. So that the next president can get the work done. Before you start choking on that chicken or what lunch meat or sell it, hear me out. Members of Congress of both parties had it their way for the last 100 and some years. They've been bought and paid for by big pharmaceuticals, and basically our country has been stolen from us. I know you agree with that. I don't care if you're Republican or Democrat. You cannot tell me in good conscience that you don't agree with that. Aren't you worth more than what you get at your job? Don't you think you have a right to not have to pay whatever you're paying for your health care? What about the fact that you are not guaranteed in writing by law a guaranteed raise, whether you suck at your job or not? Well, if that doesn't apply to you, or that you don't have a guaranteed pension, or that you don't have guaranteed government run, government subsidized healthcare, if you don't have that, you should know that members of Congress, Democrat and Republican, do. Yeah, they have the office of the attending physician. They only pay $503 a year. They don't have any co-deductibles. They don't have any co-insurance, and they pay $503 a year. Their entire family is covered. And I said a year. I did not say a month. You don't have that, and you are one of the owners of this country. But the employees have it. And it's government subsidized. 75% comes out of our taxes. And it's run by the United States Navy. In case you didn't get the memo, guess what? That's government run. Every member of Congress has that. Every member has access to that. President Obama wasn't lying when he did the campaign. The Republican Party was. The conservative Republicans were. The conservative Democrats were. The president wasn't. Now you might say to yourself, okay, I'll agree with that. But how does having all Democrats that are moderate or liberal and all Republicans that are moderate or liberal change everything? It changes over time. But we can get laws where banks don't get to rob you, where Wall Street is held accountable, and where the telecom companies that made illegally spied on us are held accountable, and they have in the law where they can never be prosecuted for their criminal actions under the Bush administration. Well, a new moderate Republican, liberal Republican, moderate Democrat, liberal Democrat, and independents can get a law to the president, a bill to the president that will null and void that, and all these criminals on Wall Street and the criminals that spied on us will be arrested. Now, why should that matter to you? It also means you will have a living wage. Now, I know that thousands of you, millions of you, will say, but we can't afford all that. And again, you've been lied to. You see, here's the thing. I bet most of you didn't know that Wall Street and many of the banks and corporations, collectively, they have $9 trillion in surplus. $9 trillion. Well, that was about 2 years ago. They probably have at least $12 to $15 trillion in surplus now. While they are outsourcing our jobs around the globe, while they are cutting down our jobs around the United States, and even Hewlett-Packard and huge corporations are trimming down to save money. Secretly, a lot of people didn't know this, trillions of dollars. They already have it. You see, here's the thing, my fellow Americans. You've been lied to. I'm going to do another video. I am going to. And I promise, this won't be long.